Your stage name is,
Jezabel Vessir.
your height and measurements are,
5'5", 32. Oh my gosh, 32 G right now, right? Yeah, 32 G's right now. I don't know what my waist is. Feels a little chubby though. And my ass, probably like 30, 34, 36. I don't know. I don't measure.
the bookings people should contact.
You should either contact Fran with 101 Modeling or Brian with AMA.
Your social media platforms and your OnlyFans and all that stuff are.
Yes, if you go to jezebelvessir.xxx, it'll take you to my OnlyFans, as well as all my socials, my Instagram, jezebelvessir_IRL. I also have a Safe for Work account. It's a Gym Siren, GYM Siren JV. That's, because Instagram hates my other account. And also my OnlyFans, you can find me on X, which is also located on my website. It's JEZEBELVISSER. The handle's spelled different, long story short. um, and yeah, you can, find me there. Subscribe.
The first time you discovered what sex was,
Mm, I don't know. Sex. The first time I discovered what sex was, like the idea of sex, or a man and a woman having sex.
either way, for you.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. Um, you mentioned before your cock tease. When did you first realize you had an effect on boys?
When I got boobs, I was like, "Na, na, 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 na."
Growing up, were there any people you fantasized about having sex with but never did?
Strangely enough, Jackie Chan. I don't know why. I always wanted to have sex with Jackie Chan. I never got the chance to, so I don't know what I'll do now.
But growing up, there was a boy that lived next door you thought was cute, or somebody.
Mm, no, the boys were kind of mean to me growing up. I was bullied a little bit, so I didn't really fantasize about them too much.
You were bullied because of.
Because I was different, I guess. I couldn't tell you. I never stopped to ask them why. Like, hey, why are you guys always fucking with me? Seriously, cut this shit out. I want the reason. All of you, jot it down on a piece of paper and slip it under my door. All
No,
right.
no, without kissing your butt, you're a good-looking woman now. I would imagine you were pretty back then. So did that make the other girls jealous? Did that make the boys not happy when you didn't fall under their charm? Did they bully you for that? I mean,
Yeah, no, I was so busy being tormented. I just never stopped to ask. I'm
okay,
sorry. I never
okay.
thought about it.
Um, in any level of education, have you ever offered a teacher sex for a better grade?
Oh, no, 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 never. I used to make my teachers cry, and definitely not for those kinds of reasons. No, I went to a very special school for children that have issues with authority, so I was not trying to fucking blow my teacher at all. Like, maybe I was, yeah, definitely not. No, my teacher was not getting any sort of
So you
sexual
had
favors
you had
from
issues
me.
with you had issues with people of authority. So you were
Yes,
rebel. You
with
were
adults.
rebellious.
Yeah, it's just had a behavioral issue. I just didn't like adults telling me what to do. That's all.
Right?
Yeah.
Prior to getting in the adult business, I kind of already know the answer, but I have to ask. Prior to getting in the adult business, or what was your body count?
Two.
Good for you. You remember the first time you touched yourself?
Oh yeah, for sure. I do. It was really, really young. Um, yeah, I did, and I remember coming too. I was like humping my teddy bear, and I remember coming, and right after I came, I was like, "Please." Lord, I don't know what just happened, but it felt really good. Please forgive me. I was so freaked out.
Do you remember the first time you saw something adult related? A magazine, a movie, anything?
Yeah, I do. I think it was we moved into this house and for some reason it already had like cable. So we had like Cinemax. Right? So I think the first show I ever watched was this really old show called Real Sex.
I remember this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it was like this so I think that was probably my first introduction into kind of porn, and then the second show I ever watched, it was called, Passion Cove, and, I think it was, like, Passion Cove 6 or something like that, I don't know, but Evan Stone was in it, and I would they because they didn't really have sex, right? They
Right.
just,
It
like,
was soft soap.
they
Yeah.
just, like
It
right,
was
right.
soft soap. Yeah.
But I would just remember being like, "Man, he is so" because Evan had the long
Yeah.
hair,
Yeah.
and
The
he had, like, the
cardio
leather
thing. Yeah.
pants, he always had the shirt, so, yeah, I remember that probably being thing I ever the first thing I ever consciously was like, "Okay, this is turning me on, I wanna masturbate to it." And then right afterward, I would pray to Jesus right away because I just committed a sin. It went on like that for a long time, where I'd masturbate and then I'd pray, and then I'd masturbate and I'd pray. It was really crazy.
But you've met Evan since? What was that like? Like the first time you met Evan after that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, of course. I met Evan my first Exotica that I ever went to, and it was the first time that I ever smoked weed too. I was like 25 or 26, I think. And I got on the bus and I said, "Oh my God, Evan Stone." And I sat down next to him and I said, "I know this is gonna sound weird, but I used to masturbate to you when I was a little girl." And he just looks at me and he goes, "You're not a," he goes, "You're 18, right?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm 25." He was like, "How long ago was that?" Like, was that so yeah, it was cool. And then he, like, rubbed my boobs the entire way, and I was just like, I was in heaven. I'm like, "I can't believe I'm sitting on Evan Stone's lap, and he's feeling up my tits, like, this is wonderful."
And have you guys worked since then together?
No, we've never gotten the chance to.
But you would.
I'm sorry?
You would though if you had the chance, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I love Evan, he's great.
When you saw adult material, the thought ever crossed your mind that I could do that?
No, never did. No, I always thought that I'd, like, you know, finish I always thought I'd finish college and, like, be something related to that, whatever that would be.
Okay. Do you remember the first time you had a penis in your mouth?
Mhm, yeah, it was this guy, I didn't know it at the time. So before my, boyfriend, right, there was this guy that I dated over the summer, we didn't have sex or anything, but he, like, would jerk off in front of me in the backseat of his car, right? So I'd be watching, and so I asked him one time, I was like, "Do you want me to suck it?" And he goes, "You don't have to." I was like, "I'd like to, though." And he goes, "I just want to apologize in advance. It's very small." And at the time, I didn't like, it was the first dick I've ever like sucked or seen. So yeah, at the time, I mean, it was like when I think back, it was like that big, right? So yeah, when I do remember, it was very strange. It was very small. So
And
I don't even know if you could like really count that. It was like, yeah, it was like this. He just kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, it's so small." But I didn't realize at the time, like, yeah, he was being nice by telling me.
but do you know what you're supposed to do with it at that point?
Not really, no, that's what I told you, men taught me how to
Right.
give blowjobs, right?
The most recent penis you had in your mouth
Javon Jordan.
was it a content or was that first private?
Content, yeah. They're shooting. Yes, we have, new content coming out on our OnlyFans, so
Is there someone's penis you'd like to have in your mouth?
No one in particular. No, I don't think so.
What would be the easiest way for a man to get his penis in your mouth? Do you take you out for dinner, or are you a chocolate and flowers girl? Are you
It just depends on his game, like, it's not really like, can you impress me to the point I wanna suck your dick? It's like, can you convince me that I, like, will enjoy sucking your dick? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like guys that are come on too strong, I don't like guys that come on too creepy, and I definitely don't like guys that take me on a date that think they're gonna get a blowjob at the end. If you do get one, great. If you don't, get the fuck off my doorstep. Thanks for dinner.
but I'm guessing if you're going on some dates, the guys dating you or Jezebel? Are they able to separate the two? Do you ever have that problem?
Mm. The only time I have that problem is when the guy already knows who I am. I never have that issue when, yeah, when a guy's just meeting me. Jezebel's not even, they're aware. Obviously, I don't hide it because that's
Yeah.
such a hard thing and such a strange thing to try to hide. But it's usually, yeah, the guys who are kind of like know me. That's usually where I find the issues.
And for sake of discussion, if the man has a small penis, can he make you choke or gag on it?
Um, the guy has a small penis. Can he make me choke or gag on it? Like, is it small length or width?
Either or.
I do kind of have a sensitive gag sometimes, so maybe, but no, not usually.
And you mentioned you had a very small body count. Good for you, young lady. Had you given more BJs and gone all the way before porn?
No, I don't think so.
You have vaginal sex. Other than a penis or a sex toy, what's the strangest thing you put in your vagina?
Yeah, those are the only two things that I've done with vagina, so I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, no, I don't. That's I respect her and she respects me, so I try not to do things that may injure or otherwise maim her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just when something comes with an instruction and says, "Only use this with this," or "Only wash," that's how my pussy is, like, only used with certain objects?
How would you describe yourself sexually?
Mm, how would I describe myself sexually? Oh, shit. I would say fun, adventurous, um, sensual, um, I'm very I like to take my time. I like to figure out what my lover likes, kissing, licking, touching, rubbing. Yeah, I would say I'm pretty sensual. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm in a mood and like I just want to fuck. I've definitely dragged guys off of my bed and threw them in my tub and pissed all over them and it turns me on. So it just kind of depends.
But overall, sexually speaking, are you dom or sub?
I'm a switch.
Is that like switch you're dom with women but a sub with guys, or is it switch both ways?
It just depends on my mood. It depends on if I want to submit to the guy. I don't very rarely submit to women. And with men, am I submissive with men in bed? I can be, but I don't have to be.
And you're into women. Do you have a look? I mean, everybody has a look.
Look,
When it comes to women, what type of women do you like?
I like girls that have small boobs. I don't know, cause I like girls with big boobs, but I think it's like probably just because it's so different than me, like smaller boobs. I like girls that don't talk too much, and I like girls that are nice, and yeah, I like girls that like that are good at eating pussy and actually enjoy it. Don't just do it because, whatever reason they might be doing it, which is not pleasurable because girls really, a lot of girls cannot lick pussy. It's kind of crazy, you know?
Okay.
I mean, you don't
Um,
know.
well, in a way, yes. In a way, no.
Mm,
I shot a lot of gay for pay scenes with some
okay.
girls.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about when they do this.
They do that. Let's pretend, for sake of discussion, it's award season. I know
Okay.
that just ended, but would you put out for a voter to win an award?
What I what?
Would you have sex with someone who votes on awards to win an award?
I mean, yeah, I would. I fucking would. Hell yeah,
Good
I
for
would.
you. Bless you,
Yeah, I
young
would.
lady.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. I wouldn't be the first.
No, trust me. But would there be a specific award you'd want to win?
Mm, I don't know. I don't
Blowjobs, because you love them so
Huh?
much. I
If I
said
what?
blowjobs because you love them so much.
Blowjobs? Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look at the categories. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be fucking
Yeah.
for this award, I gotta look at the categories. I gotta see which one's gonna be the most strategic with my pussy here. You know what I mean? I just wanna throw one out there.
Okay. Would you have sex with a journalist for a better story?
Would I have sex with a journalist for a better story? Of what? What do you mean a better story on what?
You had sex, he wanted to try you out, he wanted to see how good you are. That's why I said I'm not asking on my own behalf. I've had a couple people freak
Oh,
out
with a
thinking I'm doing that.
journalist. I mean, I don't know if people read these days, so maybe not. I mean, I'm a little bit less suspicious because I don't think there's papers anymore. Like it's just a
Well, that is
blog. I don't know. I don't know. Probably not, no, because people don't read.
all good. Would you have sex with the producer or director to get more work?
I've never done that, so probably say no because I've had opportunities to do it. I never do it. So see, that's why I would want to say yes, but I just never do that. So
Um, you mentioned it earlier, but remember the first time you gave someone a rim job? I think you said it was in high school.
yeah,
Okay, I had to ask.
yeah, high
If we
school.
were to go down on your vagina or your butt, which would turn you on more?
Definitely my pussy, but my nipples are very sensitive. So like if you did like nipple stimulation, that would actually turn me on a lot too. So but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from eating my ass, but I'm not gonna ask you to eat it either. It's like kind of like a neither here nor there type deal for me. It doesn't turn me off, it doesn't turn me on.
But your boobs, you like your nipples pinched? You like the nipples slapped? You like the
Oh
nipples
no, like
nibbled? You like
flick
them? You like
sucks.
what?
Yeah, you gotta be gentle. Like I said, with me, less is more. Don't be can't be rough with this one. She's sensitive.
And what do you think is the freakiest thing you've done sexually?
The freakiest? I mean, fucking that dude in the ass at 15. It's pretty freaky. And he was like picking out Victoria's Secret panties while I did it. So, is that
You
the
might give me some
freakiest thing
stories
I've ever
about it.
done? I used to have sex with this guy we would sneak up to the rooftops of buildings downtown and fuck on the rooftops. That's pretty freaky. I've also given blowjobs in bookstores, not like just on the couch, not even behind a bookcase or anything.
But
Just
in,
like a jacket over my head because
in that
I'm taking a nap. Hmm?
in that situation, is it turn on for you that people are watching, or you might get caught?
I don't know why. I don't know why I used to do that. I really don't do that now that I'm older, I feel like. But
Right.
I think it's the idea that people could watch. Yeah.
And do you know what a badge bunny is?
Mm-mm.
Excuse me. For sake of discussion, you're having sex with your boyfriend, somebody in a car, on a couch, anywhere in public.
Mm.
You get stopped by a cop.
Mm.
A Badge Bunny would have sex with the cop to let them go.
Oh my god, I would love to have sex with a cop. That would be so cool. Yeah, if I could fucking do that and then get like, oh man, don't threaten me with a good like you get we're gonna use the handcuffs too, because that would make it like so much better.
Absolutely. Have you had sex in a
Like,
cop car?
yeah,
Ever
yeah,
had sex
yeah.
in a squad car?
Hmm?
Have you had sex in a cop car? Squad car?
No, no, I've never. Yeah, that's how I like to do it for sure.
Do you have fantasies about men in uniforms? For
No,
people
I
who
don't think so. Usually my fantasies men are naked, so
Jezebel and you the person, which one is the bigger slut? Jezebel the sex performer, Jezebel the person.
probably Jezebel the person. Yeah, she's probably for sure.
And we use the word slut jokingly in our business, but what does that word mean to you?
Slut is a girl that will have sex and she doesn't necessarily need to get paid for it. She just wants to do it.
Have you ever had sex in your parents' house when they were home?
Oh my god, yeah, lots of times.
Did you ever
Yeah.
get caught?
Uh, mhm. Not by my mom, but my little brother did one time. Pecked me.
Have you ever used sex to get out of trouble?
No, mm-mm, I don't think I have.
Okay. Everybody wants to be famous except me. How far
Mm.
would you go to become famous, sexually or otherwise?
How far
Or
would
what
I
would
go?
you
What
do?
do you mean? Like, would I take
Uh,
somebody out? I, I mean,
I,
I don't know. That's a good
I've had girls
question.
tell me some crazy shit. So,
How far would I go to be famous? Ooh, that's a. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I don't. Mm, I don't know. I don't think I would kill anyone. Obviously, I wouldn't. I don't know. It just depends because all that glitter isn't gold. Like I'd rather probably be. I don't know. I feel like I'd be one of those people. They win the lottery and you don't know who they
uh,
are.